MultiCharts environment for yourself. As Trading Continuity Services and MultiCharts have teamed up to bring you this presentation and this product, class, myself, and Katrin Yanenko, and we're happy to do this with you. The companies, Trading Continuity Services is essentially a recognized leader in the disaster recovery and business continuity business. We provide DR, application hosting, backup, and data recovery, as well as compliance services to trading community. Also provide services on a horizontal nature to a number of other industries, but our main focus and our area of deep dive expertise is in the area of trading, SEC, FINRA compliance, and things of that nature. So that's what we do. We are designed to provide solutions that are somewhat customized, and we're not a cookie cutter cloud provider, nor are we a cookie cutter consulting firm. We're very specific in what we do, and we customize our solutions for the customers that we have. And as a result is where ROXI actually came from. Charts, on the other hand, obviously, if a lot of you who know who MultiCharts is, has been providing data feeds, news feeds, and information services for over 15 years, multiple markets, multiple countries, both on the U.S. and the international markets, as well as being able to provide specific applications for different verticals within the financial industry. So happy to have Katrin here with us, and Trading Continuity Services and MultiCharts teaming up to bring you this wonderful solution. Let's talk a little bit about what we're calling MultiCharts on the rocks. ROXI, which you'll see in a minute, is a remote application order exchange system, and we have a tagline that basically says ROXI puts you at the center of it all. And what we mean by that is, in the early days of electronic trading, the cost and the efficiency of putting your systems in the data centers next to the exchanges, next to the data feeds, to the brokers, to the people you needed to talk to, was technologically prohibitive to just the big guys. By the ROXI solution, we're taking your software and putting it at the center of the center and putting you, as a result, at the center of it all, so that your communications can go directly to the brokers, can go to the exchanges, to FMs, get into the queue quicker, increase your execution speeds. You can run from multiple devices, which we will demonstrate in a little bit. You can run back testing and execute on a single server farm without impacting your production data trading. You compete in what's a very high-tech industry, as we just talked about. The ability to, at a low-cost entry point, get into a top-tier data center and run a Class A application at a fraction of the cost that it would take to build yourself. And at the end of the day, it gives you fast, reliable market access so that you can make trading decisions when you see fit. ROXI, in a very short term, is what we consider the remote order execution interface. It basically allows us to provide to the end user a full turnkey solution that will give you the ability to run your MultiCharts from a number of devices from anywhere in the world, as long as you can have an internet connection. What that allows you, from our perspective, is what we consider close proximity trading. So the application itself has been moved to the data center, and you are merely controlling it through the internet and the devices that you have under your control. Your MultiCharts trading is going to go anywhere you go, and it will stay in the data center, up, running, available for you and your partners to trade. So ROXI, I hinted to this earlier. ROXI was built for traders from the ground up, so we're not your vanilla typical cloud offering. In our case, from an application hosting perspective, we know where data is, we know where applications reside, and they're strategically placed so that we can have close proximity to the data providers and the brokers that we talked about earlier. So the solution was brought up as a result of a need for disaster recovery, full data center availability, and the need for people to more actively run applications where they need to be run. But all, we give you the flexibility to take your trading platform where you go, keeping the lifting at the data center where it belongs. About the application and how the architecture works. In the old days, most people were tethered to their desks. You would load your application onto your desktop or your series desktops in your office or in your home, and you would stay connected over the internet, or in the case of a small prop shop or a small office, you may have a dedicated connection back to the data center. At the end of the day, that connection, be it internet or even a dedicated connection, was and is your slowest link to getting orders, to getting execution of your trades, and to getting proper data from the providers in order to make strategic decisions about what to do next. The onset of algorithmic trading and the ability for intelligent scripting tools allowed people to analyze data very quickly in an unattended mode. The latency introduced by the internet became more and more apparent. People who were data center had a strategic advantage over people who were not. And what we did in developing ROXI is move the application to the data center, as I mentioned, giving you full access from laptops, smartphones, thin clients, or from your office in in your say more legacy application, but essentially enabling you and empowering you ability to transfer them from one to another without having to completely shut down and restart it when you get to another device, or without having full interaction when it came to slower networks, like for instance a 3G or an edge type network going over a cellular data network. By that, ROXI communicates directly with the alternative trading systems, which communicate with the CNs, the clearing firms, the FCMs, all are strategically placed at the epicenter of the financial trading communities in Chicago and New York. We've done a series of solutions and customized them again specifically for the trading community. We use a state-of-the-art compression algorithm that allows us to scale the devices and scale to the individual smartphones, tablets, PCs, and thin clients, and have an awareness of the type of device that you're coming from in order to properly present the data and the screens to you on your endpoint device. ROXI engineers go through the process of certifying the MultiChart application. So every application goes through a rigorous testing period where we look at all the other interactions with different systems and work directly with the MultiCharts team to make sure that everything works and feels what you're used to. It all gives us a smooth path to software upgrades, since you never have to install anything specifically on your machine for the MultiCharts software to run. It gives you a much easier path to up systems, to do different testing on different types of systems, and provides just greater flexibility because we take care of the software maintenance on our end. Key benefits of MultiCharts on the ROX. You can deploy in minutes. Again, since there's no heavy software to install, you can get the system up and running very quickly. You don't have to download it locally, although you can run MultiCharts locally in some instances and use the ROXI solution as another alternative, but not necessary. You can use your current licensing model that you have with MultiCharts. There's no special MultiCharts license to buy. There's no interference from other applications. One of the biggest drivers that we've seen and one of the biggest benefits of having custom-built trading infrastructure is that things like email and web and devices and other types of programs that are not maybe core and critical to your day-to-day trading but are necessary, we can eliminate those and allow them not to interrupt the application, which in this case is MultiCharts. So you can run your MultiCharts in our cloud and still use your email and web and not have them interfere with one another. Completely secure because the data never actually leaves.
I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry. I have to interrupt you because I got a message from our customer, from the visitor, that they do not hear us.
Hearing us at all?
Yeah, so they're asking us if there is...
Just not loud enough?
No, it's like there is no sound at all. That is really strange to me. The attendants, do you hear us? Can you... The messages in chat? Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. So Eric, so everybody hear us? Okay. Thank you. So probably this particular user had some kind of problem. Relog. Try to reload. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Dan. I'm sorry.
No, anytime,
Okay.
Catherine.
Okay.
I'd hate to do all this talking and not have people be able to hear me. I will turn up the volume a little bit, and I will try and speak a little bit louder just in case.
I think the guys hear perfectly, so I know as well. So please go ahead. Keep in touch.
All right. So as we had left off, the solution is completely secure and more secure than a local implementation, given the fact that, especially in the case of mobile devices, if you were to lose or have a device stolen, all the data is held back at the ROXI infrastructure. So you're at very little risk for data loss or critical data compromise in the event of a lost or stolen device, or in the event of a device that may fail. In the event of a failed device, you can simply move to a device that has a compatible browser or has the compatible plugins and pick up where you left off. Again, keeping in mind that even if your PC was to crash, Mac was to run a battery power, you never have to shut down the ROXI solution itself or MultiCharts. It's always running in the background for your safety. So you've got a complete and secure solution. You can run applications continuously, as I just mentioned. You have to restart your client because applications are running back at the data center. A lot of people see this as a huge advantage with an audited or unintended trading system where you may have an algorithm making for you call it a medium frequency or a low frequency rate, trying to hit a particular spread. You don't have to worry about moving from one location to another or from one device to another and have to shut down your entire infrastructure in order to do that. The solution continues to run in your dedicated space on our server farm. Benefits too is that we do have a server farm that provides multiple processors, disk, memory, and solutions fully load balanced, so it's much more powerful at processing the data that's coming in than the solution that you may have at your desktop or in your office or at home. So this is architected to scale horizontally. We add servers as we hit a certain threshold and continue to run the solution to keep it at an optimal level. One thing that is important that some people don't think about, but we alluded to earlier, is the number of hops that you have to go over the internet in order to get to an actual broker, data provider, or an ATS. In our case, we can eliminate or significantly reduce the number of hops, again, because our proximity to the servers that actually provide those services is much closer than a typical internet connection would be. One not on this screen that people do like quite a bit is the international flavor of running your application on ROXI. If you have ROXI and you're running MultiCharts at the data center, you can actually go overseas to other locations and provide the same sort of connectivity to ROXI infrastructure. Essentially, you're still trading in the US because your application and data points never have to leave the data center. A number of times, but that's one of the key benefits to running the solution on ROXI. So, in order to do this, it's not an individual effort. We team up with a world-class application provider like MultiCharts and world-class data center providers like Telex and Equinix. If any has looked into hosting their own servers, you would probably have heard the Equinix name and probably the Telex name as well. In order to do what we're providing for you would require negotiating cabinet space, connectivity, servers, and everything else. And the cost can run, from thousands of dollars just to get started, and thousands of dollars on a monthly recurring to, $250,000 or more. So we're providing a solution. We've picked the top tier providers. We've picked the top application in the industry for running and charting, and so therefore we think we have a world-class solution that you guys can all benefit from. Where is ROXI today? ROXI actually exists today in the U.S., in Chicago, and in New York. Go forward, we have solutions that will allow us to roll out ROXI to the UK, South America, China, and Singapore. As we roll out, more and more connectivity options and more exchanges become available to us. And right now, if you were to go to Brazil and wanted to connect to one of the America exchanges, you could bring clients, you could bring a tablet or your phone and be able still to connect. But the ability to connect to the exchanges in those other countries right now is a future plan for us to be rolling those out. So you look forward to seeing those and be able to trade on other exchanges through one single essential portal interface that we'll demonstrate to you very shortly. So to kind of wrap things up on that a little bit, we're going to give you that full connectivity to the center and be able to run your MultiCharts application on a full configured server farm with the ability to be mobile and to multiple devices. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Katrin to go ahead and start doing a demo of the MultiChart solution and how it runs on ROXI. Katrin?
Just give me the control on your desktop. Now I'm going to show you that everything is possible. You can use MultiChart in a regular way. So I can plot charts, I can set up auto trading, discretionary trading, so I can place orders and things.
Okay, Katrin, sorry about that. I just made you presenter. One second here.
So it's back to you.
Okay.
Just see that, yeah, I can take control. Should I first return to down?
We'll go ahead and log on.
Okay.
Tom's going to show us how the logon process works. So you would start by entering into the ROXI portal, type in your specific username and password, and be presented with the MultiCharts application for.
Yes, so we can launch MultiCharts. Open. With the broker connection, you can see it here. It's written. Already connected. From here, we can go to the quote manager. Okay, control.
Okay, we'll give controls back.
Yeah, right now I have it. Thank you. So if we go File, New, and Quote Manager window, so we can operate with it. We can install. So if you need to set up new data feed, new data source, you can go to this resources icon, or your tools, data. You'll see this pop-up window and select any data feeds that you want, that you're going to work with. As I said, it's we work for the data feeds, any supported brokers. So right now I have Rhythmic, but mean that you cannot use OpenAI interactive brokers, IQFeed, or any other data vendor. So I'll just show you that we're connected. Okay. We want to add yeah, closed. If you want to add new instrument, go to instrument, add symbol from the source. Let's say we're going to add E-mini S&P 500. June contract button. It's successful. Okay. We can go back to MultiCharts. Just click on the desktop, on the workspace, and select Show Chart. Select it and actually yes, or IK as was selected before. Let's specify of minute data. Candle. Okay. Okay. So data is loaded. We can open chart trading panel. Look local is selected. And the flows are loaded pretty fast, so we can tool mode. You can see that here are the exit traders. Let's start chart. Here, for example. Candlesticks again. Go to window arranger. Enable the broker profile here on chart trading panel. Broker on chart trading panel. Cancel mode. Let us just arrange so you could see it. Yeah. So right now I want to show you that all the easily light that we can even turn on outdating. Want to put on moving average. Yeah. Simply press F7 in order to call study window. With control Sort of a delay. Okay, here. I need your help because it seems I lost the control.
Okay.
Can you just select MACD and edit?
Okay.
Okay, Tom. Sorry.
That's okay. So what did you want me to select?
Just MACD on the very top. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Why you couldn't actually type was because there was another screen in front of it. You didn't see.
Yeah,
you have
that's
control.
Yeah. Tom, I have some questions for you guys.
Sure.
I'm not sure if you can see the questionnaire here, the Q&A. So Walter asks you if for Trading Continuity Services or MultiCharts, ROXI capable of preventing the loss of trading positions via charts due to internet disconnect.
The answer to the short answer to that is no. You won't lose your internet connection because your servers are directly connecting across the two different server farms that are associated with the ATSs, the IMs, and the ECNs. Now, if there was a catastrophic, she decided to blow up, ROXI can't stop that. We keep you running though, and route your markets to the New York through an interconnection that we put into place. We're in MI4, okay, Equinix, as we mentioned before, which allows the data to continuously run. The whole purpose of this was created out of the disaster recovery. Okay, so we took that into consideration. Right now, we're running 3 separate leads that go Chicago to New York and back and forth. So if one goes down, the other one takes over, and it's a load balance all the way across. So that answers your question.
Walter, please let us know if it's okay with you. If it matters. And then, what type of process power ROXI provides for 64-bit and hyper-threading?
The answer to that question is yes. It supports 64-bit hyper-threading. Okay. We use 16 and 32-bit processors. Okay, multiple ones. We're a horizontal position, which allows us to grow horizontally instead of vertically. Instead of going in series, we're actually in parallel. So that's the answer to that question.
Thank you. And then to set up, hold on. I'm trying auto trading. So let me resolution. And we can try manual trading. We can set up bracket stitching, so we can set the offset as 10 ticks. I think it will be okay for the demonstration. Click on this exit strategy in order to auto-apply it when we hit buy or sell. So now I hit buy. Yeah, buy. And you get the are automatically applied.
Now, so realize that this is all happening at data centers. It's not happening on the computer that you're at. It's not happening on the Citrix environment that we're talking across on this WebEx. Okay, this is live from the data center.
Okay. So turn on. On ES, you can see them. Hello. Simply just turn on auto trading. You can see that it's pretty fast, so there is no any delays, so the orders are filled right away, and so everything works as if on your desktop, so pretty fast, guys.
Katrin, I think at this point that it'd be a good time to show this display, as you know, because you get a call from the school and you have to go pick up your child, but you're still trading. So if you put to you continue trading, still monitor what's going on. I'll show you how it gets right onto the actual onto your phone.
Yeah, that would be nice. So.
Seeing that? I'm going to take controls over again. And then I'm going to bring up my phone, my screen here.
So guys, this is the cam. You can see right now the other device.
Now, this is my phone. Sorry for the crookedness.
Fine, okay.
You'll be able to see it pretty closely.
We can see.
Okay, I started to log in. So I'm going to log in from my phone. Okay. Expand my screen. See MultiCharts. I select MultiCharts. And the screen again. I select MultiCharts that we're running right now. So I'm running an Android phone. Every Android Matrix receiver. Okay. Now you should start seeing it load up. And we're taking MultiCharts, everything that we've been working on, right there. Okay. So you've never lost your actual trading position. Now, let's say I wanted to buy something. Catch, which one should I go to?
I think the secret, this one. That has manual trading. Yeah.
Okay. Should I buy or sell?
Sell. Let's say we want to close our position. Yeah.
Okay.
So right now.
Right. I would select the sell, play order, and there you go. Position has been sold.
Also, here's the question for you. Can you hear alarms on a remote device?
You can. If I had the speaker louder, you heard that position just got opened again? Position?
Yeah, I hear that.
You can hear that.
Yeah, I think everybody can hear that.
It will continuously monitor your feature. Now, this also goes over Bluetooth, which is a real nice feature, especially if you're driving, trying to go pick up your kid. Because I've had that happen to me.
Yeah, really cool.
Facility is the key. Able to take this into your pocket or put it to your belt strap and still be able to listen to position open, position close on the things that you're doing constantly. You get that. Okay. Now, realize this is an Android. It works on the Apple. It works on many other different laptops or desktops or clients or netbooks. Have a netbook at home. There's only 1K processor. Okay. And I still can trade on it. It's amazing. So now it's open over there, right? I'm going to take it back and I want to give it to Katrin so this way she can log in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll move the slide over a little bit. Okay, I'll minimize this so you can see both at the same time. All right, I'll take it back away because I'm back in the office. All right, and when I'm back in the office, start my charts. And the phone went back into its normal mode. Okay, and finish up what she's doing because the phone is no longer needed.
It's very convenient because I also have access to my MultiCharts, no matter if I can do it from a desktop or from any other device. This is a really cool feature. Okay. So right now, this the MultiCharts. I started another instance, sorry, of MultiCharts. So it's possible to rate. I can have another or just one at a time.
You can have multiple instances, okay, running. We allow up to 2. And the reason why we allow up to 2 is because MultiCharts has given us the opportunity to run so. Okay, MultiCharts, the way they run their system is amazing. As you can see, what Catherine's doing right now, unbelievable. She's tapping even a quarter of our processing power in the background.
So actually, I do nothing. Everything does MultiCharts. So,
Exactly.
yeah. Also, hit strategy. I can click it. I can run that window. An instrument here. And 3. And see the position right now that I have on a chart. You can see it goes very fast. So let's select gold. The other end is loaded. Also select strategy. Hit buy. And you can see my trailing stop. My trigger. Another strategy to open position. I can specify the way I need it. And hit play strategy. I see my profit and percentage and the currency. So if I want, I can close position at once. Just and it's closed. So let me show you the portfolio backtest. So we have auto trading going on and depth of market window running. I also do backtesting. Instruments. I can add several instruments. I select on the data source. Let's add all of them. Let's highlight all the instruments using your shoot button and go to settings tab. We select 1 minute resolution. Hit OK. Let's just ask for 1 day circle data and create the initial capital in order to reduce the limitation. So now let's add something. And we can add several of them, just a bunch of signals at a time. Just simply selecting them by using your shift button. Okay. Right, with this. Okay, and we can expand the instruments list and the signal list. We can click on the strategy and show the properties. Under push, we can specify just again the format of your signals and the maximum number of bars of the studyable reference. So we use backtest. And here you are. Your election results. You can see a list of trades, strategy analysis, performance summary. Yeah,
you're doing that? How much computing power does it take to backtest?
It depends. Right now, we do not request a lot of historical data, so if I could show the performance here. So we are not consuming a lot of CPU usage, so our memory.
The only that you're looking at right there, that are servers. Actually, the machine that we're running on, okay? Computing power is done at our servers. They're, server farms that are at 350 CERMAC and Y4. So what you're seeing computing is the webinar that we're broadcasting, the CAM and PowerPoint, and I think Outlook is running. That's what you're seeing right there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, and there is a question here in the chat: how many strategies can you run? Actually, MultiCharts doesn't have any limitation on how many strategies you can run. So, as much as possible, as it depends on your PC capability, because it's in terms of person memory, CPU. So, it depends on calculations that are made by a strategist. So, as many as you can have on your machine. So, Multi does not limit that.
And neither does ROXI.
Yeah, so answer your question for remote machine. So as far as I understand, ROXI does not limit it as well. Am I right? Okay.
That is a correct statement.
That's true. As far as I can see, we can, with the very same performance report, right? The advice.
Yes. Would you like to see that?
I think we can show it to our to the audience.
Okay. Let me phone out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to go to Portfolio Backtester. Let me go over to the camera. Camera's on the side.
I know that there is no it's not regular option to upgrade one like to a different one, especially depending on the controller. But
now I will get you closer so you can see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, there's no much light, but yeah, you can see the list of trades a little bit better.
All right, let's see if I can get a better angle on this. All right, so I can get a better angle on this, but until
better.
Now you can see exactly what you were doing before on the backtesting portion.
Can you select some other feature there, like performance summary or?
Okay, so you want performance summary?
Yeah. I just want to show that you can operate easily there.
So
you can change the size right out of the window. You can
choose size. You can actually turn it to the side. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see exactly what's going on in the back and there also.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. And then you can bring that up also. So now remote phones aren't when you're actually utilizing the phone itself, and you have the two applications running. The one to stay with is whatever you're monitoring. The testing stays in the background. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. So I'm manipulating this so that I can get my big finger in there. Okay. And now you should be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. Now we move. Oops. I got big fingers. I do apologize.
That's okay. And let me just
let me
answer
move
the
this down.
question here.
So you can see how I run MultiCharts, back testing, performance summary. I want to do performance ratios or time analysis, any of that stuff. I can do it all at the same time. The other screen that's open in the background. Okay, we can minimize this one. My name, minimizing, and then there you go. You're back to your portfolio settings. Okay, so you can do everything that you could do on your main computer, ROXI setup on your phone. I doubt that if you're driving somewhere, you're actually going to be doing any of this on your phone itself. But if you're on the beach drinking a martini, I like this.
So if you're in the airport, for example, and
exactly
for your flight, you can do things useful on your device and some money.
Exactly, and that's the whole purpose behind ROXI itself. So let me go back and put it back onto the backtester. Okay, so backtester will start back up. As you tell, it went away from my screen. Okay, now all your applications that you were running before, my phone doesn't have them.
Mm-hmm.
Multi does. ROXI does. You are running off of ROXI.
That's it. So let me just open up the backtester. This, and you can show how to run optimization. By the way, other version of MultiCharts. As I understand then, so all versions are supported. If you have 8.0 or if you have 8.5, I mean version of MultiCharts?
That's correct.
Beautiful. Okay. And a question about elimination of 2 instances or 2 copies. Well, MultiCharts, let me talk about MultiCharts, and you then will confirm again ROXI. You can have as many instances as you want on a machine, so you can have several instances of MultiCharts, 5, 10, 15.
The correct statement.
Yeah, but you cannot have 2 programs running on 2 different machines in online mode at the same time. It's just one license, one MultiCharts license.
That's correct. If in order for you to do that type of scenario, you would have to have multiple MultiChart licenses. But you're doing one license, you can have as many sessions as you need to run your applications right there.
That's correct. So no, there is no limitation of 2 instances, 2 copies. So you can have MultiCharts on the other machine installed, but in offline mode you can do backtesting or some other technical answers, while the other machine you can have online mode and auto trading running. Oh, I don't have the control.
I'm sorry, I took it away for a second because I had a window opened. Hit control again.
Let me open up controller backtester. Still.
Okay. Let me make sure that it's signed correctly.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you. A question is that what you were doing with trading and backtesting? Actually, no, we have please on. We have one MultiCharts instance running, so one session of MultiCharts. We don't have all the trading on one machine and backtesting on the other machine. We have everything on one and the same machine. What you mean exactly?
Okay. Can I answer that?
Yeah, sure.
This is Tom. So basically what you're seeing right now is a ROXI session open. Okay. That Citrix receiver that she just opened up are the different assets that are there. So if she wants to go to the backtester, which is running on this instance, she can go to the backtester. If she wants to open up another instance of MultiCharts, she can. They're all instances within the actual portal itself. So she gives you the flexibility to do anything you want to do right in the same server farm. Okay, there's multiple computers running different programs to make this happen. This is just a server farm running MultiCharts.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I'm doing optimization. I just did optimize, and now I'm changing the end value. You can specify the optimization criteria, some specific setting here if you need. I have quite a lot of simulations. Then 15,000.
56, it looks like.
So we have left. I think we will. Minimize the simulations. It has calculated something, okay, so. Put a 25 here. Here, 25, okay. Violation. So it can easily calculate more than 10,000 of simulations, but it's just taking our time right now, and we're limited. So we do want to make it faster.
Now, also realize there's other MultiCharts users that are on the server farm right now utilizing it, and still having no performance issues at all.
Okay, now you see the optimization report. You can select the int you like. Just simply double click on it, and you will see that they can be applied to your strategy. You hit yes. New names are successfully applied. Close it. And we can test it again with inputs. Let me map to you. And you can see the report once again. Okay, Tom, there's another question. So my instance is not isolated from other users? Question.
The question is a very valid question. Yes, your instance is isolated from every other user that there is. So once you're on the ROXI platform, we isolate and segment it to you directly. So say John Doe wants MultiCharts, we segment that portion directly to you. No one else has access. You can't cross platforms with that information at all. Security levels are at the highest point right in the servers themselves.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to be switching over to Dan. So everybody, thank you for your attendance, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time, and
you're welcome. Hold on one second.
Explained so many.
Oh, sorry, you can go ahead and continue. I just
I just wanted to mention that we have 2 minutes left, and we need to publish some kind of a summary, and like to ask our audience if they have any other questions, so we can answer them right now. To be active and ask more questions. And here's one more. Are the resources isolated? I think raw resources.
Resource just explained are isolated.
It runs.
Go right ahead.
Did Tom mention there is no impact of users? Probably clear enough for the audience.
I'm not sure if I understand the question, but if it's from a resourcing perspective, because of the size and the scale of the infrastructure, the resources that are allocated to a particular user are dedicated to that session. So one user isn't allowed to take over all the resources of the server, if that's what the question is.
It's like you have just your own stream, and you cannot just join the other stream and connect to other users, right, to your MultiCharts. So it's protected.
Right. As this fits, because we mentioned the situation with the infrastructure, it scales horizontally. So as we monitor the infrastructure itself, it is a matter of adding more components as the infrastructure grows, between locations. So we always keep steady in the IT world. There's a rule of 70-30 where when you get to 70%, you put back up, and there's different rules around 80-20 and whatnot. But it's robust and built to really meet those type of needs and those sort of service levels as people expect.
Okay, thank you, Dan. So now we have a question regarding the cost. So I think that you can contact MultiCharts, email support@multicharts.com, or you can contact Dan and Tom directly. So I'd like to ask you, Tom, to show your contact information. So
there's the number that you can call, 877-308-9328, or you can contact Tom at class, that's CLASS, class at tcsna.com. And we'll be following up with an email with more information and contact information as well. So if you're interested in ROXI and MultiCharts on ROXI, we do have special pricing available that everybody might be interested in. So if you're a current MultiCharts user and you want to contact them, or if you're interested as a new user putting MultiCharts and using it on the ROXI platform, you can contact us as well.
Yeah, so I'm including Tom's email address to our audience in the chat. Okay, thank you, Dan. Thank you, Tom, for all the information, for this beautiful application, for this beautiful solution for our and this is a great impact to MultiCharts.
That's right. I appreciate it, and I know that you mentioned this, but the presentation will be available for rebroadcast, so it is being recorded, and everybody will get a link to that as well.
Yeah. So the recorded webinar will be available just within 24 hours. You will receive the link to this recording webinar, and all the registered attendees also do receive.
Okay, if there are no other questions, Katrin, you just want to wrap it up finally there, and we'll thank everybody for joining.
Thank you, everybody, and see you later. We have another new and very interesting webinars coming up. Have a nice day.